Now let's dive deep into this LGBTQ story for today. I'm Dino Mosquera, and let's square up the USA view. Trump frees $175 million over Penn's support for trans swimmer Lia Thomas. Trans Day of Visibility will be celebrated March 31st in many different ways. The Trump administration's recognition of Trans Day of Visibility was shocking. They confirmed leading up to the March 31st event by saying it will pause $175 million in federal funding for the University of Pennsylvania due to its policies supporting trans student athletes. The White House Rapid Response account on X shared a Fox Business video announcing the move, calling it "Promises Made, Promises Kept." The funding freeze stems from a Title IX investigation regarding university support of transgender swimmer Lia Thomas, who faced national backlash in 2022. A UPenn spokesperson told Newsweek that the school has always followed the NCAA and Ivy League policies regarding student participation on athletic teams. They added that the university has not received official notification about the funding cut. This move comes as the NCAA, under pressure from the Trump's executive orders, voted in February to ban all trans women from women's college sports. However, this crackdown extends beyond sports. Officials have been pressuring universities to eliminate DEI programs. A letter from interim U.S. Attorney Ed Martin to Georgetown Law Center warned that the school promoting DEI could see students barred from federal jobs programs. Advocates call these actions an attack on inclusion, while the Trump administration frames them as fulfilling campaign promises. It's shocking to me that this is where they focus their attention, that they, with so many problems this country is going through and all this isolation that we're going through around the world, and Donald Trump just dedicates so much time and effort to make the life miserable of people, trans people. And obviously, they told us already, the Project 2025, that these diversity, equality, and inclusion programs were going to go away. And here it's happening. It's just, it's gross what they're doing. I can't believe that we are, just making such a big deal about one swimmer.
But I mean, I'm confused. Didn't she graduate already
She graduated this year.
So they're still making it a point of her for her having competed for the last couple of years.
They're making it an issue, and they're using it as a grab back for the $175 million. However, I think the one bright line in that whole story is that they haven't given notification about taking that money back at this late stage in the school year, because school's out in 5 or 6 weeks.
Yeah.
The fact that they haven't taken it away makes me think that maybe this is just more of a PR issue, because the NCAA has already agreed to bar the 10 trans athletes from participating.
Yeah.
And Lia, I believe this is her senior year, unless she goes on to.
I thought she graduated already. I was under the impression that she graduated already. Again, this is Trump with his bullying tactics. Okay, this is how you show people how to be a bully in life, right? Okay. Oh, you don't want to listen to what I'm doing. You don't want to listen to what I'm saying, or you don't want to do what I say. Okay, no problem. I will take this away from you until you do.
But there's going to be a lawsuit, as there always is, and he's going to lose. But the fact of the matter is, Donald Trump's personality is, I'm happy no matter what the story is. So it can be as negative and nasty as it can be, or it can be something positive. And he's done a lot of damage in 8 or 12 weeks. And I think that, again, we're going back to all this BS over low-hanging fruit and going after 0.759% of the population, and in college sports, 10 athletes.
Yeah.
It's all just to feed his base. And I think at this point, between this week's, it's no secret, we had such a screw up with the war plans being public. He's desperately looking for something to take the focus off of
Yeah.
It's every week. It's a different
Every
scandal.
day.
Every day is a different thing.
Yeah.
So we forget what the scandal last week was because this week is a different one. By Friday we'll have another one.
Exactly, and we'll forget about that one.
We'll forget about this one with the signal chat thing. It's just that's the administration's modus operandi. We have a scandal every week. Their cruelty knows no limit.
No.
They have no problem, shutting down funding for the University of Pennsylvania. That's wonderful research, medical research, world-class medical research that comes out of the UPenn, and they have no qualms doing, shutting them down. They have no issue canceling USAID. A lot of people in the third world are going to be dying because they can't take the HIV medication that we have been providing for years and have turned around the epidemic of HIV around the world, particularly in kids born to HIV positive mothers. But we have no problem with this just because we need to cut some funds from the government so that we can give millionaires and billionaires tax cuts. The cruelty is insane.
It's insane.
It's insane.
It's insane. Now, U of Penn, I will say that, they have other people who donate and stuff like that, right? They're a bigger corporation, right? They have frozen funds for nonprofits right here, Dino, in our own backyard. Nonprofits that you know and love have gotten frozen assets on certain things that were promised to them.
But this is where we come together. The U of Penn, like most major state organizations or schools, have billion-dollar endowments. Hopefully, some of those endowments can be pulled to fulfill these $175 million.
Wow.
But also, this is a point where, we have to come together as a nation, not a gay nation, not a straight nation, but a nation, and we have to start patching and filling and saying enough. UPenn, you lose $175 million. I have $100. Let me give you $100. Let's try and work together.
Wasn't Bill Gates I was talking about, the biggest philanthropist of them all, Bill Gates, that has done so wonderfully for outside the U.S. I mean, the world, everything that, we care so much for so many years. And he says we can make up for the U.S. now pulling out of all this. Wow. I mean, he can't possibly, even though he gives a lot of his money
he
to
can't
this,
cover it. That's how much it is. That's how much it is.
That's how much it is. How's the damage that this is inflicting in programs, not only for patients, but for people that work for those patients that are going to lose their jobs, are going to be on the streets.
But at this point, I mean, the damage that's been done is because of the speed. No president has ever used the executive power like he has by going around Congress.
Yeah.
So, in 8 weeks, he's done a whole world of hurt to everybody. There is no one safe from this.
Yeah.
From Medicaid to food stamps.
Yep.
It's all on the table. And I think that's what's got everyone caught off guard, because most presidents go through Congress and they go through the House.
He's governing by executive order.
Like just signing those papers at his desk every day. I think it was something about Social Security today and him making sure that the old people can't say who they are on the phone. They'll have to go into the Social Security office to state that themselves.
He shut down half of the offices. Right. So, but my point is, again, and I harp on every time I'm on the show, is we have to come together. We have to start networking. We have to start filling those gaps, and we have to vote people out.
Well, that is the big LGBTQ story for today. There is no other queer nonprofit media platform like this in the entire world. Support our LGBTQ stories by subscribing and sharing.